Adults perceive black children as being older than they are because they see them as more streetwise. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. I do apologize for not being active on my main channel. I do have a vlog channel, and if you guys want to see what I get up to weekly vlogs and any other content, please head over to that channel. If you're new to my channel and you do not know who I am, my name is Phillip, or Gade for short. Make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe. Now, today I'm going to be talking about a crazy story that has been released. I want to get into this because I feel like oftentimes when we talk about racial bias, when we talk about racism and racial bias, a lot of people think that we pull the race card out of our arse, when in actuality, racism, racial profiling and racial bias is most of the time the reason why black people get caught up in situations when they're just minding their business. This article's headline says, Met Police apologizes for strip search of Hackney schoolgirl. A black schoolgirl was strip searched by police after being wrongfully suspected of carrying cannabis. The traumatic search by Metropolitan Police officers took place without another adult present at the girls' secondary school in Hackney in 2020. A safeguarding report of the incident concluded it was unjustified and racism was likely to have been a factor. Scotland Yard said that the officers' actions were regrettable and it should never have happened. According to the report, the impact of the pupil referred to as Child Q was profound and the repercussions obvious and ongoing. Family members described her as changing from a happy-go-lucky girl to a timid recluse that hardly speaks, who now self and needs therapy. Intimate body parts exposed. Police were called to a school in Hackney at the end of 2020 by teachers who told investigators they had been concerned the teenager had drugs in her possession because she smelt of cannabis. She was taken to the medical room and strip searched by two female officers while teachers remained outside. During the ordeal, her intimate body parts were exposed and she was made to take off her sanitary towel, according to the review. No drugs were found. Her family strongly believe the strip search was a racist incident, and the review found her experiences are unlikely to have been the same had she not been black. Adultification bias. The local child safeguarding practice review published in March was conducted by City of Hackney Safeguarding Children Partnership. It is said it was highly likely that adultification bias was a factor, where adults perceive black children as being older than they are because they see them as more streetwise. She said, I need to know that the people who have done this to me can't do it to anyone else ever again. In fact, so no one else can do this to any other child in their care. Investigators found that school staff deferred to the police's authority and should have been more challenging. This has been accepted by the school, with one staff member saying, I have never known nor would I condone a strip search of a young person on a school site. The Independent Office of Police Conduct was now investigating the Met, confirmed. Dan Rutland of the Met's Central East Command said, we recognise that the findings of safeguarding review reflect this incident should never have happened. It is truly regrettable on behalf of the police. I would like to apologise to the child concerned, her family and the wider community. Mayor of London Sadiq Khan said that this was a deeply disturbing case that no child should face, and he would be closely following the IOPC review. Hackney Council's mayor and deputy mayor have condemned the humiliating, traumatizing and utterly shocking treatment by police officers. They have asked for a report in 6 to 9 months on progress made regarding the reviews, 8 finding and 14 recommendations. There are so many red flags in this whole situation. The fact that this happened in 2020 and we're only hearing an article about it in 2022 is really disturbing to me. It's really disturbing to me. Now, I don't care how difficult a child is. I don't care if a child is being defensive. Whatever the case may be, I personally feel like the parent should have been called. Another thing that I want to add is, why is it that police can do whatever they want? They can do whatever they want, and all it takes, and that how it seems to me is, all it takes is a, I'm sorry, we deeply regret, for the situation to somehow flutter away. The fact that this adultification bias has been created with the underlying definition of it being a black person being more streetwise is racial bias and racism. How can black kids look older or seem older? Huh? What? And I don't know, I don't know if you guys have watched YouTube videos where there have been multiple conversations about people saying that black children, when they dress up or the way they style themselves, is considered as you're being fast, you're growing up too fast. But somebody of another race can do the exact same thing and it's cute. It's, oh my God. The minute us as black people say, oh, this is because I'm black, it's a roll eye moment. It's a here we go again. God only knows what this girl is going through mentally, but being somebody that has experienced similar traumatic events, I can only imagine how she feels and how it has completely changed her life, how she most probably feels that she can't trust anyone. And the fact that it was 2 female police officers that didn't even consider this young girl's privacy, telling her to remove her sanitary towel. What age are we really living in for this to be considered as acceptable? And all we get as a community, as black people, is we deeply regret. This girl's life will never be the same again. And a lot of people might think, and there might be some people out there that might say, oh, they didn't physically harm her, she wasn't forced or anything like that. She must have been scared for her life. And it's so sad that people don't see the issue in how black people are treated, how black people are constantly racially profiled. I talk about it all the time. And that was one of the reasons why me bleaching my skin never made a difference in me being a black man. I still get followed around when I walk into Tesco. I will never, ever, ever leave a shop without my fucking receipt. Little things like that is what I have to consider because I'm black and because it's likely that the security guard is watching me. Do you not? I don't even think people understand. Another thing that I find annoying is that every time a serious incident happens, it's we're looking into it, an investigation is taking place, when in actuality there's a lot of changes that could be made overnight. There are changes that could be made overnight. I want you guys to comment your thoughts on this situation, and that was all for this video. Thank you guys for watching.